So let's try to quickly finish this Amud. The question is, if you're selling kosher wine to a non-Jew, and then if he touches it, it becomes not kosher, what point are you getting benefit from the non-kosher wine, and therefore you're not allowed to take the money? And what's the way to avoid this problem? So we're asking about the question of Mashiach as to whether pulling or dragging is considered to be a kinyan, considered to be a way that a non-Jew can acquire something. And at what point does it belong to him, which would mean that you don't need to take the money first. So the Gemara said, Mashcha Akum Kanya, once he pulls the measuring utensil containing the wine and so it doesn't become Yainesach until he touches it later. So the Kakail Varami Amon Israel, if the Jewish wine seller measures and pours the wine to measure in utensil of Jew Hachinami, so too the pagan would acquire it with Mashiach. So it's only when the Jew is pouring into the pagan's container, safe. So in the end, Kimat Lavira Demana Kanya. In the end, when it enters the airspace of the utensil, so then there's a kinyan hagbah of lifting it up, and the pagan acquires it. So too, it doesn't become yain nesech until, meaning it's still in the air and it's falling in. So then he has the kinyan, and once it touches it, what he's holding, then it becomes yain nesech. Shemina needs a chibur. So does that mean that Rav holds that a stream is connection with yain nesech? No. If the pagan is holding a vessel in his hand, so it's true. So then you don't have to. It's only necessary when it's resting on the ground. So then he's acquiring the wine for him. Shamat mina. So we learn from this that the ruling of Rav is the utensil of the buyer resting in the vein of the seller. Were you saying that it doesn't acquire for the buyer alone? No, we don't say that. No, we say that he acquires it when he buys it. So we're talking about here going to Ika Kevis Yayin Apume de Chuzanta, where the lip of the which retains the wine in the jug, and it contains a drop or two when it was last used. So each drop then is mixed with the yain nesech, and then it's considered yain nesech. It's considered not kosher wine. Come on, who is that like? Like Rabbi Shimon Gamliel. It's not Rabbi Shimon Gamliel. Rabbi Shimon Gamliel. According to Rabbi Gamliel, he could say the entire mixture could be sold except for the value of the yain nesech that's already in it. Midehu time Rav. So is it? Are we arguing against Rav then? The Rav is Rav said halacha from Shimon Gamliel chavis b'chavis avolay yain b'yayin. That the halacha follows Rabbi Shimon Gamliel only when it's one barrel is mixed with other barrels of. One barrel of non-kosher wine with other barrels of kosher wine, but not with wine that's mixed together, non-kosher wine mixed with kosher wine. Meisvei. So they challenged the Meimar. From this brayso, lekech grutois mina akum umatze vehen akum ad shleinos and mois mashach yachsim and shanos and mois mashach yoylech yam hamelach. So remember, we had this question some time ago. You're buying metal scraps for recycling from a silver scraps, whatever, from a pagan, and you find there's an idol there. So if he performed the Mashicha, he pulled it before he paid for it, he could return it and just deduct the value from the purchase price. But if he already took it, but after he paid, if he paid for it first, then he has to throw the idol into the Dead Sea. So if Mashicha means an acquisition when dealing with a non-Jew, so then why could he return it? So Marbaya Mishum Mechaze Kimekach Tos. Well, that's a case where it seems that the acquisition was made in error. Acquisition was made in error. Rava said Reish Mikach to save a lav Mikach Tos. What do you mean? The first one was accident, the second one wasn't? Amarava, so Rava says Reish Sefer Mikach Tos. They're both erroneous. The first case where he didn't give the money, then it doesn't look like the idol belongs to the Jew. Safety but once he paid for it, then it looks like that the Jew is owning the idol. So Amalei Markashisha, brother of Chisto of Ashi, Markashisha, the son of Chistus said to Rav Ashi, Tashma, come listen to this. Meicher Yeni La'akim, Pasek Ad Shalei Mada Dam of Mutarim, Rad Sheikh Ba'akim Einam Koina Mai Dam of Mutarim. Our Mishnah says that if a Jew sells kosher wine to a pagan, if he sets the price before the pagan measured the wine, he could take the Jew could take the money. And if you say that Mashicha, so based on that Mishnah, if you're saying that a pagan does not acquire things by pulling them into his domain, why can he have the money? So what we're talking about where the pagan paid for the money for the Jew. He gave the coin to the Jew before he took the wine. If that's saying is safer. So what about the second part of the Mishnah? Second clause, if he measured it before the price was set, the money is prohibited. But he paid for it already. Why is the money prohibited? So then he's saying, so according to you, that a pagan acquires by Mashicha, by dragging something. My Reisha Dam of Term Sefer Dam Surin. Why in the first case is the money allowed, in the second case the money is not allowed? So what do you got to say here? Pasuk Samcha Daite. We set the price before it's resolved. But if you didn't set the price, so then the business deal is not done yet. The dinami. So too here. Avagab Daktim le dinner. Even though the Jew gave, the pagan gave the Jew the money beforehand, pasuk Samcha Daite. It's with the idea that he didn't set the price yet, so he's going to give back change once they decide on the price, and it's not like he knows how much the price is going to be. Like pasuk Samcha Daite, but if he didn't set the price, it's not finalized. So Amalei Ravina Ravashi, so Ravina said to Ravashi, Tashma, come listen to this. Amar Ravichia Barabam Rav Yechanan. Ravichia Barab said name Rav Yechanan. The law is that a non-Jew, a ben Noach, the son of Noah, if is liable to the death penalty for stealing anything even less than a penny. But this item less than a penny, he doesn't have to return. So if you're saying that a non-Jew does not acquire through Mashicha, through taking something physically, a minarag, why should he be killed why should he be executed for theft? And the answer is because he caused pain to the Jew. And that's what he's punished for. Lanitin l'shavin. So why doesn't it have to be returned? Ein b'soros l'shavin, because it's not valuable enough that he has to return it. So we're gonna have to finish this later. Thank you for watching. Baruch Hashem, we were able to make it through the daf today. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll maybe talk a little bit more about this whole issue of Pachas Mishava Pruta, and why one Rosh Hashiva from Baltimore taught different things about it. Well, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment. We're going to have to discuss this later.